Hey guys, so I know I said that I wouldn't be vlogging until after Yuki's vet appointment on December 2nd, which is this not tomorrow Saturday, but the following Saturday. Um, but I just wanted to update y'all on something. So the past few days, my hip has been bothering me, my left hip specifically, and I didn't really think much of it. But then yesterday, Thanksgiving, I was helping Cass's mom clean out the gravel for her fish tank because, she had put in dirty gravel after we had, done a change out on the tank and had to switch her fish from the old tank to the new one. And um, she had mistakenly went and put the dirty gravel from the old tank to the new one without cleaning it. And so that in turn, I'm sorry, the camera is moving. So that in turn caused the water in the new tank to be very cloudy. So I had to help her yesterday clean the gravel. But so my hip has been bothering me for the past few days. Didn't really think much of it. But then whenever I was having to lift a big pot, it was freaking huge. It was like this big around and like, pretty tall. Like this tall, full of gravel from the fish tank. I went to lift it and I went and took a step to to put it into the shower where she was washing everything, and I seriously felt and I heard this nasty pop in my left hip. I could not put any pressure on that side. I couldn't even put my foot down. I the pain was serious. It was bad. Like I've the first time I rolled my right ankle, I was not able to walk on that foot for the entire day. Luckily, that wasn't the case with what happened yesterday, but it seriously did hinder my ability to walk after I had Cass had gotten me to the couch in their living room, which was not far from their bathroom that we were in. And all I could do was just simply lay there on my right side and keep as much pressure off my left as I could. I went and put an ice pack on it, and I just laid there, and the tears were just streaming down my cheeks. It was bad. And I do have a good high pain tolerance, but that I there's no way I could do that again. And so, you know, I I laid there for a good it felt like 4 hours, to be honest. It seriously did. It felt like I had been laying there for four freaking hours after it popped. And I had been barely able to walk on it after that. I was very careful. And then so today I posted about it on my Facebook and on Yuki's page on Instagram, which is linked to her Facebook page and her Tumblr page. So I'm sure y'all saw that if you're following her on any of those three media pages, that she did try to help alleviate the pain by doing DPT on my thigh, which it didn't really help much, but she tried. She does her best. But anyway, so, and then my biological father goes and comments on Yuki's picture about it. saying that, I need to have my doctor check to see if I have degenerative joint disease because my biological father has it and then his mom has it. So there's a very good chance that I might actually have it. And then all day today, my hip has been bugging me. And I mean, it actually went and tried to do it again whenever I went to let Yuki up to potty earlier. And Cass had to literally help me to the couch. I've been sitting here trying to alleviate the pain. I've got an ice pack. It's not doing anything. So, right now, Cass, as some of y'all may know, one of Cass's nieces and I we hadn't gotten along very well from the very start. But for the past few times that we have interacted, we have actually been able to get along fairly well. And then yesterday, I guess Cass had told her about what had happened or something. I don't know why, but she goes and calls us today while Cass is in the bathtub, and she says that we can borrow her vehicle while she is away for the weekend. That seriously took us by surprise because right now we are without a vehicle. So even if I did have to go to the emergency room, should my hip give out again, because I'm not going to go through a second snap like that and not try to seek medical attention for it if it is indeed something serious like that. Because but anyway, so we're without a vehicle, and she goes and says that we are able to borrow her vehicle while she's away. That seriously took me by surprise. I'm like, okay, so she does know that if I go anywhere in that vehicle with me being Cass, I went and said this to Cass straight out. So she does understand that should I go anywhere with you in that vehicle, Yuki will be with me, and she's okay with that? And he said, yeah, she's fine. As long and he flat out said, she went and said that as long as we get as much as the fur, should any fur get in her vehicle, that we get it out. I'm still surprised at this. But yeah, so I'm going to be trying to get an appointment set up for either tomorrow or Sunday to have my doctor see me so we can get this figured out. Because at this point, if it is degenerative hip joint disease and this continues, I might have to get a wheelchair or something very soon to help me get around. Because even just now going to the bathroom, I was having to use the wall, the foosball table, the doorways. I was having to use them all just to be able to walk. My hip is seriously hurting me that bad right now. And I just don't want, and especially with Cass not being here right now, because his brother had to drive the niece's vehicle up here, and Cass is having to drive him back to Clovis. With him not being here, and if my hip goes out again and he's not here to help me up, I will have no choice but to call the EMTs to help me get up. Because I will not be able to get up on my own, and Yuki is not able to help me because she's not big enough to help me get up. Helping me get up is classified as heavy mobility, and she is not big enough to do that. So I will have no choice but to have an EMT come in and help me. So yeah, so I'm just it just really seems like my list of disabilities just keeps growing at this point. And a lot of people just don't understand the fact that, having the ability to take a dog with you everywhere, people think that being able to do that is, the best thing in the world. It's not. Having to depend on this four-legged animal just to have some sort of independence. It's not fun. It's not. I do love being able to take Yuki with me, but it's only because I need her. And I love being able to know that, I can rely on her for the things that I need. That's it. I don't enjoy the fact that I have to rely on her so much. I'm pretty much taking away her ability to be just a normal dog all day every day. It's like taking away someone's very ability to be themselves on a daily basis and to express themselves. It's like telling a 13-year-old that they can't go and enjoy their teenage years and they have to become an adult right then and there. It's like doing that. And people just don't understand. So, I don't know exactly what's going to happen at this point, but right now, all I can really do is just wait and have the doctor look at me. And if I need to get up and get around, if my hip is just really hurting me like it is right now, then I have to have Cass with me. So, unless I have a wheelchair or something to help me get around, I'm I'm pretty much I'm pretty much not able to get around on my own anymore right now. At this point, it's the pain is seriously that bad. And so I know for all of you guys that say, "Oh, just fight through the pain, you'll be all right." Like I said, I have a high pain tolerance to an extent. When it comes to a joint like my hip and the pain is like right now the pain level that I'm experiencing, it's basically the only way I can describe it is it's literally it feels like it's on fire and throbbing right now. That's how bad it is. And I try to get up and walk. It seriously feels like someone is just jabbing a knife into my hip. That's how bad it is. That's how I'm feeling right now. So that's just basically another piece of my independence taken away from me at this point. Until we can figure out what's going on and a solution to it, Cass is Cass has no choice but to be basically my human crutch right now because I've got no other choice but to use him like that. And I don't like doing that to him. But before I keep getting all mushy on you guys, I'm going to say good night. And I guess thanks for listening to me about my adventure to the past few days.